Hello, I'm Nural. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm here with a combination of analog photography, do-it-yourself and recycling video, and I hope you enjoy it. Before we begin, if you haven't done so, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so you don't miss any of my new videos. I upload every Tuesday, so I'll see you every week, I hope. And let's start this little project of mine. If you're into analog or instant photography, I'm sure you have a bunch of these laying around just like I do. I have been collecting them for quite some time now, and I have a bunch of them. I think I have like more than 30 of the Instax minis and 3 or 4 of the square ones. And what brought on this project was initially I actually started using them as little frames for my photos. So if I can just put this here like that. So you can just insert one of the photos you took back inside the canister once your film is finished. And you can just put it on a place and use it as a frame. And I have like this one is a view of the Turku City Library. And this is the Turku Cathedral. And we got my son here. And this one is from a few years back during New Year's time with my cat. And these are squares and this is the mini format. And if you want to take the frame a step further, you can just add a strip of magnetized tape and use them as magnets on your fridge or on another surface like this. So this is a metal cupboard, and I can just put these up here as well, and it works with the fridge too, or not. Okay. And I have this magnetized tape. It's sold in a roll, and you can get this online. And one side is sticky and the other side is just a magnet. So you can just cut however much you want and then stick it behind the cartridges to use them as magnets. And what I'm going to be doing today is a more fun version of this. I'm not going to be using photos, but rather I'll be using these images that I printed out. And my son is almost 1.5, and nowadays he's into different toys, and we have different of course animal toys for him, and also like different vegetables and stuff. And every time we go to the fridge, he tries to pick these up and play with them. So I figured that I can do different animals and objects and have him play with them instead. So I'll just show you how I prepared these and how I'm gonna be cutting them. First thing I'm gonna do is find images online, and for that I'm searching for animal cartoon drawings and see what comes up. And when I go into the image search, I see that there's a lot of different line drawings of animals that I can choose from, and I'm just trying to select the cutest ones basically, and then opening them up in new tabs. And when I click on one of the images, I am actually taken to a new website for clip art library where they have a bunch of these different drawings. And let's see if I can just download this, free download. Not here. Okay, the big red button down below allows me to download the image. So I'm just gonna select a bunch of these and download them onto my computer. I've downloaded the images that I want, so now I just opened a Word document and now I'm creating a table. And when I go into table settings, I need to adjust my row and column height and width basically so that it matches the Instax mini format that I'm going to be doing for. And for this, I did the length 8.6 centimeters, and then I'm gonna do the width as 5.4. So this is basically the size of an Instax photo. But when I put my image in, it becomes larger. So then I need to adjust the size of the image separately as well. And for this, I go into the settings and adjust the size from here. I'm just gonna keep on adding the images and adjusting the size until I have all of them ready and in the same format. So I actually have a couple ways to cut this, and one of the ways is of course using my guillotine. And I have one of the pages here. So what I'm gonna be doing is just cutting it below this elephant here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and measure. Wow, I made it actually a little. It's exactly 8.6, which is surprising. And so I'm gonna just cut the other way too. And for this side, I want it to be 5.4. And wait. We are gonna be using a little bit of the elephant's tail, but I think it's gonna be fine. And from here, again 5.4. I'm gonna go ahead and cut a little more from this side so I don't have to cut the turtle too. And here we go. And I can of course measure the blank one to be 5.4 as well and draw something here myself. And another way of cutting would of course be to let's trim this first, then I can show you how to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and do like a 9 here so that I can show you properly how I do this. So I just hold another photo over it, and this is the Instax mini size, which I'll be doing for my little play magnets. And I just basically cut around the thing, trying not to move it around at all. And here we go. So I can just cut this as well while I'm at it. And I'm just gonna continue cutting up all my pieces, and if I have any blank paper like the big piece lying on the side there, then I'm just gonna try to cut them to size and maybe do some drawings myself as well. Okay, so I cut all of my animals out, and on the free papers I did a little tree and I did a little flower, and let's do some clouds. And up. Okay, that's a weird cloud. Up. So we'll just go ahead and finish it off. Maybe another cloud here, and then I can color in some of them like this. And I have okay, my son probably broke this one, but I got another one here. I can add some shades. So we got clouds, and we got a tree, and then we have the bunny and the elephant and some other animals. And let's see how I'm gonna be assembling these. So I started putting them into the film cartridges, and I'm gonna show you how I'm doing it. So I have let's see which one I have. I have a turtle here. And what I do is this thick part is the bottom, and I just push it. Okay, so from the inside I just push it slightly so that I can hold the plastic out like this, and that way it's open. And I just lost the turtle. And then since I want the thick part to be the bottom, I just make sure that I slide it in the right way up, and when I press it back down, my photo is inside and it's ready to go. So I'm gonna do another one. And since these are actually thinner than the Instax photos, they're easier to slide back in. Whereas with the Instax photos, you gotta make sure that the stick part actually passes through. So I'm just gonna keep on putting these in, and then I'll be showing you the final version. Now that all of these are ready, I'm gonna be adding the magnets on the back. You can just leave them as is and use them as a plating. You can print two of the same design and use it as a memory game as well, because when you turn them over, they're just black, and then you can open them up and try to match images to each other. And my son is too little for that game yet, so I just printed one of each. And now I'm going to be adding the magnets on the back. And what I'm doing is cutting about 1 inch or 3 centimeters of the tape, and just opening the sticky side up. And to the middle here, which is the sturdiest part, I just put the tape down, and now I can stick it there. And I'm just gonna do one more just to show you. Again, I'm cutting about 1 inch, 3 centimeters, 2.5 centimeters, just eyeballing it basically. The thing is, you just need to cut for here, so the longest you can actually cut is 5.4, but there's no reason to cut it that big, so a smaller one also works. And then we have it there. And if you don't want to do this for a kid, but if you still have these lying around, like I said, you can always use them as frames or add the magnet on the back and use them as magnets. And these would actually make great gifts for family and friends as well. Just put a photo of you guys together and use it as a gift. Use it for yourself, use it as a frame, or like in my case, make a game out of them. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!